Guys, what is going on?
My mom and I were talking over the phone, and she mentioned that people in Mexico were saying that they were hearing trumpet sounds in the sky. So I decided to do what any person does, look it up, and it turned out not only that there was actual footage of this taking place, but it wasn't just happening in Mexico, it was happening all over the world. As you saw in the opening clip, there are people who are committed to trying to figure out what this worldwide phenomenon is. As of now, the hum or the trumpet sounds, for the most part, still remain a mystery. When my mom first heard or mentioned this to me, she asked if it could be true that potentially these could be the trumpets that are mentioned in the book of Revelation. She is not alone in that train of thought. As Christians, men and women of faith, our worldview is established on the belief that there are physical and metaphysical things that exist, where sometimes we're going to experience moments where the natural world will have events that will take place with supernatural origins. In other words, we can't explain them naturally. And they're going to defy the laws of logic and nature because there's nothing that we could ground it to. The difficulty, and this is the biggest difficulty, is that there are times where people will attribute physical things to the supernatural, and they have no supernatural connection. And while there is no doubt that the natural interacts with the supernatural, the difficulty for people is trying to separate both, where you're not attributing everything to the spiritual because there is a difference. Sometimes it's difficult to separate the daily mundane workings of the natural world from the divine activity of the supernatural. God has full control of both, the natural and the supernatural. There are things that God has set in motion that are going to happen in a natural process. And it's hard for us to understand this, but Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 7 states this: rivers run into the sea, but the sea is never full. Then the waters return again to the rivers and flows out again to the sea. So as we get to the book of Revelation chapter 8, there's 7 trumpets that begin to be described here that are going to be given to 7 angels to blow, and this is going to unleash chaos in the world. Are these going to be physically audible? Are we going to be able to hear these things or not?